Hi, and welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to walk through exactly how to process 1099 forms using bill.com. Now, bill.com is an accounts payable, accounts receivable uh, platform, software system that enables bookkeepers and accountants to, or any other external team members to receive funds, pay bills, things like that on your behalf. And since you are or may be doing accounts payable, you may be paying your contractors through this system. And it does have a built-in 1099 tracking feature. So I do use this with several of my clients, and I'm just going to walk you through me processing 1099s for a client for the independent contractors that work in their business for 2025. So you'll see we are logged into bill.com. You want to expand the menu on the left, and you're going to go down to tax compliance. And then from there, prep and file 1099s. Now, in order for this to work the way it should, at the time that the vendor was added to bill.com, when you created their vendor profile, you would have needed to toggle a little switch that says track for 1099, and that would have enabled the 1099 tracking for those contractors. And so you can see there were some that it was turned on for, but we don't really need to process a 1099 for them. It was just turned on. So you do have the ability on this screen to select which vendors you want to move forward with processing a 1099 for. So that's what I'm going to do at this time. So in this case, all of the vendors that have been pulled up actually don't need a 1099 for this most recent tax year. So I'm going to go into the vendor list and pull the couple of contractors that we do need to process a 1099 for. And I'm just going to do a simple edit of the vendor. And then you scroll down and it will have a slot that says tax information. Or you want to say 1099 vendor, say yes. So you want to select yes. And this is what, should have been done or what we would need to do when you add a vendor. If you know that it's possible that they're going to exceed the threshold for 1099, or if you know that you're going to be paying them from a checking account, debit card, and not a credit card, go ahead and turn that tracking on. And then if you don't end up needing it, then no harm, no foul. But what we're doing now is going back and turning it on in retrospect. So we're marking it as yes at this time. We're going to say save. And then I have another vendor to do as well. We'll edit this one also, same thing, tax information. We'll say yes. And you may run into this as well, like it says W-9, it's missing. So we're going to get this information manually from our bookkeeping client. So we'll go back to this process again. We're going to go down to tax compliance, prep and file 1099s, do a refresh. And now you can see that the number has grown and we have the two people that we need. And it does allow you to select which type of 1099 you want to file on their behalf. In our case, it is going to be a 1099 NEC, non-employee compensation. As you continue to scroll over to the right, then you have a column for total paid, and you can confirm that these figures match your records, your bookkeeping, and everything is tracking for our records and NEC reportable. That amount is accurate as well. So we're going to go ahead and select the e-file and deliver 1099 option. And then it prompts you to review the filer's information. So this is for the business owner or the person who paid the contractor. You want to verify that your information is accurate and then continue. And then here is your one more review to make sure the data is correct. And then at this point, you'd be able to select what type of entity the contractor is, whether they're business or individual, what name should be listed in the recipient slot. If they had a W-9 available, then it should have pre-populated with their tax identification number or their EIN or SSN if that's what they're using. Filing state for the contractor, you will confirm that that's correct. You confirm their email address. their mailing address, and there is some validation required on that. And you just continue forward and you just basically verify all the information. Once all of that is entered correctly, then we're going to click continue in the top right corner. Once you have confirmed the data and you've entered everything in, you can go ahead and click that continue button as discussed. And then it takes you to the screen where it discusses, the process, the payment information needed for the amount of returns that you're going to be filing. And so you have options here: send by mail, certain price, mail and physical, just, your different options so you can choose what is best for you. And then you will make your payment and bill.com will do the rest. Hope this was helpful and I will see you in the next one.